Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing well today. So, talking about Nasdaq, we are seeing that break of the psychological level of 15,000, and we can see that the market is in a strong downward trend currently, and we are heading towards this support of 14,700. So, of course, this is the next level that we have to be careful of. Now, in case we are not able to hold 14,700, then we are talking about this small area at 14,281. This might come into play 14,200, 14,300, somewhere around here. Now the question is, are we very bearish or not? I think still this is a very good retest. Technically speaking, we are still in an uptrend, so this is a good thing that is happening currently. And I want to show you one other thing, which is over here. Look at this. Price is still making, let me zoom in, actually it will become easier to see. So from this point, price is still making a higher low, but the RSI is making a lower low. So we are getting some bullish divergence forming now. The only thing we want to see is that the RSI goes down even further, which would take us to 14,700 or 14,300 area over here. Now let's check the 4-hour on this, and we are seeing that the RSI is almost in the oversold region. So yes, we are reaching this zone over here. 14,700 will be a very interesting area to watch. Now let's try to put up some fib levels over here from the recent low to the recent high, and the 236 level is actually sitting at 14,700. So yes, this will be a very important level. It would have been better if the market would have been able to hold 15,000. That would have been better, but still no problem. We are heading downwards. Now let's move over to Apple first, because that is the largest stock we have, and look at this break in trend line and a very sharp decline after the results were announced. But again, look at what is happening here. Let me zoom in. This is a 4-hour chart. You can see price is continuously going down and the RSI is slightly up. So again, bullish divergences are seen on Apple. And if I go to the daily chart, I want to show you one thing, that we are in this zone now, 170, 175. We are hitting this peak in volume, and this is what I talked about last time. Even on the daily you can see, even on the daily you can see that the RSI is 27.5, so quite oversold on the daily. Hence we are getting near to a point where it is getting interesting to enter the market to buy some more. And let's just zoom in and try to put up our fib levels once again from recent lows to highs, and let's see what is happening. 236 not able to hold. Now we are reaching 0.382 level, sitting at 170, which is also coinciding with this peak in volume. So this is something have to be careful of and might present us with a nice opportunity to enter market. Next one can be around here, 165. So yes, we are getting into the zone, so this is good. But overall, once again, on the face of it, looks like this is a very bearish move. But no, actually this is a good retest that the market is doing right now, and a pump from here would actually be nice. So let's just assume if the market decides to pump from this level of roughly 172, then we are talking about roughly, how much is this, 14-15% pump that is possible on Apple stock itself. So yes, market is right in the zone. Of course, we never trade without stop losses and proper risk management. That is very important. But yeah, we are getting into the zone. Now let's check Tesla. Very popular among many investors, and straight away, first thing that I even talked about in my other video, look at what is happening. Very sharp upward trend, higher low on the market, RSI flat. So once again we are getting bullish divergence. You can see that the 200 moving average is also here. So yes, this area can be interesting. Also bottom part of this channel almost, so 220 and then 200, these two levels over here can be very very important, and we might start seeing a bounce from here hopefully. In terms of the bounce itself, if we talk about this peak in volume over here, look at this 260, 250. This will represent a nice resistance, at least in the beginning. Hopefully we continue this trend and move towards 320, 330. That would be the ideal situation we want to see. So let's quickly go in the 4-hour for Tesla. Yeah, look at this, again higher low and very sharp lower low on the RSI. 21.7 on the 4-hour, so yes, quite oversold already. So 200 moving average is also exactly sitting at 222, so yes, we are right in the zone, and this is the sort of action we want to see, that price respects this channel maybe a little bit more and then tries to bounce back up towards 320, 330. Now let's check the fib levels like we did before and see what they are telling us. So 0.382 is sitting at 224. Let me zoom in. Yeah, 224, this is what is being tested now, and the 0.5 is at 200. So like I mentioned, these two levels are important, and this is what is being tested currently. So once again, yes, I would like to say the same thing, that on the face of it, yes, it looks very bearish, that you are down a lot, but we are just trying to follow this pattern, and a continuation of this pattern can actually turn out to be very very nice. Let's just check the best case that is possible given this situation. If we are long around 220 and we are talking about 325, roughly 40-50% pump is still possible. So you can see this is very similar to what happened over here. This is actually very extreme pump, 80%, and this one also very extreme pump, double, 98, 100%. So yes, even if we get 50-60% pump, that would be very good for the market. Now let's move a bit further. Oh, we didn't talk about S&P. Let's check S&P. Again, not able to hold, 4450, moving towards 4300 area. Very similar story, higher low and the lower low on the RSI. Again, we are getting this bullish divergence. Let's quickly check the RSI for the fib levels for this. Okay, so the 236 level is still a bit far, 4338. So maybe 50-60 point decline is still required, but very similar action is happening like we saw on Nasdaq and the other one. So again, I would say these type of retests are very good for the market. Let's quickly check the daily if they tell us something else, because this is the 4-hour chart. Even the daily RSI, okay, 37, little bit scope towards the downside is possible, but we are seeing the same bullish divergence form over here. So interesting time for the market. Another fib that actually we can check is from the all-time high to the recent low, basically the other way around. And we can see, let me zoom in, the 618, which is the gold zone, is sitting at 4312. So around this point here, that would actually be a nice retest, as we are seeing the rejection from 786. Further rejection will take us 4158. So these are some of the fib levels that are possible. Now let's continue. Let's check NEO. So last time I mentioned that this zone will come into play, and this supply zone is what is starting to come into play now. But today, very nice open for the market, but unfortunately not able to hold, and we are seeing that the market is trying to drop further. But you can see over here that earnings will be released 29 August, so that can actually be helpful if they turn out to be good. Let's check the 4-hour. Yeah, very bearish candle at market open. However, we can see that we slightly touched the oversold region, and market is trying to bounce from there. So yes, this was a quick overview of what is happening in the market. Also, if you are actively trading, please consider using proper risk management.